Yes, Lord. I'm trying not to like get emotional.
Not just, hey, I want to be a punt return. It seems like Ravens fans and more importantly, Ravens coaches are appreciating Lajohntay. Lajohntay Wester continues to make a large impact with the Baltimore Ravens. Now, initially, we were talking about him, hey, embracing being a return man, this and that. But from what it's looking like from the Ravens and from the drills that we've seen, it seems like Lajohntay might be doing a little more. Also, we're going to be talking about Lajohntay's other very notable rookies that are coming along with him in this same class. The Baltimore Ravens, even if Lajohntay Wester wasn't on the team, are full of storylines. We're going to talk about Malachi Starks, the blue chip Georgia safety. Speak about his impact because he's already becoming a leader in which they already have Kyle Hamilton. The Ravens are about to be a cheat code on defense. And then still on the defensive side, that cheat code continues with Mike Green, who is extremely controversial, both because of his rise from Marshall and because of some allegations that came out that made him drop into the second round. So let's start with the man in charge, Mr. Lajohntay Wester, Mr. 83, actually. So this is the video of him. We already talked about it. We had like a little Instagram picture. I think it was a story from his lady that posted his number. Now this is him on the Ravens, you know what I'm saying, video. You know what I'm saying? Let us speak for it. Let us speak for himself.
Yes, Lord. Nah, this legendary right here, man. I'm trying not to like get emotional just to see my last name on the NFL jersey. It's great. Yeah, I gotta give me a warning for y'all to do something like this, man. Ain't trying to get emotional on camera, man. Ooh. You see me in your favorite color? I almost said a little tip.
He said you almost shed a tear, man. That's some beautiful stuff, man. Like, and we talked about it, and I really appreciate y'all first off supporting that last Lajohntay Wester video. I've been following Lajohntay obviously since he arrived in Colorado. Obviously, shout out to Dion for putting me on game to some real ballers. But ever since then, he's been an amazing story. Now Jimmy Horn, is someone who I kind of parallel because I think they both had the same opportunity and they got drafted pretty close together. But I think it's almost wrong because Lajohntay Wester has his own story and Jimmy Horn has his own unique story. Another Jimmy Horn video coming out this week. Make sure you look on that. But I say all that to say, Lajohntay is a guy who head down, grinded out. We looked at his stats on the last video, improved every single year, wants to do the dirty work, right? So in his own regard, he deserves this moment. And it doesn't seem like he's just going to take it as I'm going to be a punt returner. He out there. Sorry. They got that copyright music. But he out there doing what he does best. And that is looking violent on these routes. So before we go any further, we're going to read a little snippet from him. I want to stress, because last video we were talking about him, rising up depth charts. His first availability obviously is going to be with special teams. He's embraced the special teams role, right? He's not shying away from that. And he wants to embrace that. But my gosh, I think he's going to break some necks when it comes to that route running. It's hard for someone like him not to. Again, the ability to get in and out of breaks is going to start really popping out and doing big things. But again, more so, why am I so confident that I think, Lajohntay might have a big role? It's not just because I think the play is going to speak for itself, but it looks like the Ravens are also supporting that too. If you like Colorado, Goose, he does a lot of good stuff for Colorado. He's always on top. He says the Ravens headlined their Instagram page with Lajohntay Wester photo shoot. And I saw that. I was like, that's cool. But did I believe it? I did not. So I went ahead and I got you the screenshot. Here he is right here. Obviously, there's some other rookies here. You got your little rookie showcase. I believe this is the picture of some people signing some contracts. But yeah, just 3 pictures, or what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures away from D-Hop at the Met Gala. You got Lajohntay Wester flicked up. So I say all that to say that he's clearly already making an impact on a broader scale, not just, hey, I want to be a punt return, not just, Colorado fans like him. It seems like Ravens fans and more importantly, Ravens coaches are appreciating Lajohntay. So I'm wishing the best for him. And just to close out, we have a few different snippets from the things that he's been saying, obviously in the media. And these are the first thing here that we have is him speaking on Shador Sanders dropping. And it's pretty simple, short and to the point. And he says, this is Lajohntay Wester, I was disappointed that they did him like that. Wester said, I know Shador is going to get in the lab. He's going to work hard, and he's going to win that job in Cleveland. And obviously, we've been making videos about it. Sorry about it, My headphones dying right here. We've been making videos about it, and every single day, you know, Shador, in fact, has been grinding. You know, I believe since the day after the draft. You know, he was down there in Cleveland, doing some private workouts. We have some more private workouts that we're actually going to do a video on soon. Like you know, it'll probably drop in a few hours after you watch this video. But yeah, it's so strange to me, and I keep saying this, and we'll put that in the Shador video, but every single turn, people have positive and extremely positive and detailed things to say about Shador and the way he has as a teammate. Lajohntay, again, is someone who seems to be grateful and knows that what he can do. So here is a Lajohntay Wester spotlight. And just a small situation here just from Mr. Ryan Meek, an editorial director. This was on May 5th, so this was literally yesterday. So Lajohntay Wester knows a thing or two about being in the spotlight. With a national TV audience watching and 2 seconds left in a dogfight between Colorado and Baylor, y'all know what they finna talk about, Wester lined up for a Hail Mary. He knew Baylor wasn't going to let Travis Hunter catch the ball. They probably weren't counting on the Buffalo's 5'9" receiver, 5'10" son, to come up big. Wester shook off a defender to make a miraculous diving touchdown catch as time expired, and it was raining out there too. It was crazy. Forced overtime in a game that Colorado eventually won. It was his signature moment, but one that didn't surprise Wester. At the end of the day, this is Lajohntay speaking. In my eyes, it was just me making a play, Wester said on Sunday at Rookies minicamp. To other people, it was a clutch play, and they probably would never imagine a guy like me, a small guy, nah, man, to be able to make a big-time play like that. But to me, it's nothing new. I'm very confident in my game. Even though he's a 6th-round pick, Wester could be put in the spotlight as a Ravens rookie, as the team's primary punt returner. It's a unique job, one that requires a calm demeanor, confidence, and, of course, elusiveness. Those are the traits Wester exudes, and why he has a senior special teams coach, Randy Brown's favorite returner in the draft. Look at that. Growing up in Palmetto, Florida, just south of Tampa, Wester was the kid on the playground who nobody could touch. However, he was told coming out of high school that with his smaller size, he was going to have to make a mark on special teams to realize his NFL dreams. I kind of took it serious then, and I got comfortable with it. Took it with the same seriousness as I took receiving. Wester said on returning punts, in the Little League, I always had the quickness, the moves. I just got bigger, stronger, faster, more confident. Now I'm putting it all together now for the big time league. Wester averaged nearly 16 yards per punt return and scored 2 touchdowns over his final 2 college seasons at FAU and Colorado. He looks to ease fielding the ball, then has the speed and shiftiness to make tacklers miss and explode up the field. The Ravens had some unsteady moments on punt returners down the stretch last season and are looking for Wester to grab the job by the horns like he did for the Buffalo. Wester also feels like he can contribute as a receiver after racking up the 6th most catches in FBS history during his 5-year career. Please put some respect on Lajohntay Wester. Hey, even FAU days, 1,100 yards, 1,100. Last year at Colorado, improved his career high 8 touchdowns to 10 touchdowns in a loaded wide receiver room. That's all I'm going to say. His 131 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns last year were the 2nd most on his team behind. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Wester became one of Shador Sanders' trusted guys in their first year together. Like everyone else, Wester was surprised to see Shador's last until the 5th round of the NFL draft. And that is the excerpt that we're reading where he basically talked about how, hey, he hated to see that. He's going to put in work. Great stuff from Lajohntay Wester. We're going to continue to update. I believe today's the last day of rookie minicamp. So after everything is wrapped up, we'll take a second and check things out. So here we're going to start getting into the many storylines of the Baltimore Ravens. I don't want to get too deep into the Justin Tucker situation or the Tuck her. Anyway, we're not no nasty jokes around here. He is a former Texas guy, right? So I think I have to, put my chin out there, okay? If y'all going to make fun of Deshaun Watson, I think you're going to have to make fun of Justin Tucker until he's proved, innocent. I'm not even trying to get into that situation because the Deshaun Watson situation told me just not to, let's just let the cards fall. I hope nobody is affected. I hope Justin Tucker is not a weirdo. But right now he is without a job as the Ravens have released him, and that's going to be an ongoing conversation about how people feel about that. Another ongoing conversation because you released that player, but you just drafted Mr. Mike Green. Now, if you're not familiar with Mike Green, actually, we made a video on him as his rise. The Senior Bowl, forget the Senior Bowl. This play took him from a 3rd rounder to a presumed top 15 pick, right? Absolutely just tabletops. That's supposed to be a 1st round pick, offensive tackle. This is a Marshall from Marshall, a small D1 school, even though put some respect on Marshall's name, all right? So Randy Moss, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, a small smaller school that might not produce all the talent, quote unquote, as people perceive it, came in and forklifted a Division I 6 foot, 6'5", 6'6", big behemoth of a man and kept it moving. He made that play and he was done with the rest of the season, but he said, it's over. And that took him, and don't get it twisted, because he did lead FBS with 17 sacks. He was a potent player. 17 sacks, most in college football, 63 pressures, third in college football, 20.2% pass rush rate, 92.4 PFF grade. He's an absolute baller. Now, he leaves a lot to be lacking in run defense, right? So that has to be talked about. But when it comes to pass rushing, getting after it, the kid has a large array of tools. He's a pass rush guy. You know, he's got tools. He knows how to use it. He can convert power to and one of my favorite things about pass rushers is there's no such thing as a power pass rusher or a speed pass rusher in the NFL. You're going to have to know how to use both. So whether that's using your speed to, if you're a faster guy that's not big, speed to power, which I think Mike Green does phenomenally, or using your power, right, in quick ways, in quick instances with quick hands. And I think Mike Green does a good combination of that. Obviously, a lot more on the speed side. He's more of an edgier guy, not edgy like, you know what I'm saying, like emo, but yeah, regardless, you get what I'm saying. More of a stand-up edge pass rush guy. So before we even listen to him, we're gonna listen to John Harbaugh. I want to debrief, because we can't open this without talking about it, because Mike Green has been very open about the situation, apparently, obviously making him fall to the second round. And this is a little snippet from around the Baltimore Ravens. So it says Owing Mills, Maryland. So obviously Baltimore Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta defended selecting Marshall edge rusher Mike Green in the second round of the NFL draft Friday, saying they took him with the number 59 pick after investigating the two allegations. At the NFL Combine in February, Green said that he was accused of actual, you know what I'm saying, not doing nice things to nice ladies. Virginia leading to his transfer to Marshall. Wow. Okay, so at Virginia, and then he transferred to Marshall to actually get away from that. That's interesting. And that he had faced another, allegation in high school. Okay, well, at some point we've got to be able to like pattern recognize. Like, let's wait for the defense, I guess. Green was never charged. Okay. That's important. Green was never charged and insisted he did nothing wrong. Okay. On Friday, DeCosta said that the team looked into the allegations very thoroughly. The Ravens scouts spoke to the people at Virginia and Marshall. DeCosta also met with Green for 90 minutes during the pre-draft visit in Baltimore. We understand the severity of what these allegations were, of course, but doing our due diligence, we are comfortable with Mike. I think he's the best is yet to come, and I'm glad we got him. Green, the FBS sacks leader with 17 last season, fell to the bottom of the second round after being ranked as the 18th best prospect in ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr.'s. There was less than a 1% chance that Green would be available at number 59, according to ESPN Draft Day Predictor. So that is the latest update, at least from the Ravens GM, about how the situation has unfolded, right? But I think that, you know, the jury has to be out. But we also have to, hey, we live in America, son. So, you know, proven until innocent until whatever. But as, you know, a failed comedian once say, Chris Rock, I don't think he's a failed comedian. If somebody says that you're doing something, right? If the same thing keeps coming up with your name, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Right? So let's keep an eye on Mike Green, okay? Even though phenomenal football player. And here he is at rookie minicamp, showing the power. He's wearing that 4.5. This defense is going to be scary, dog. This defense is going to be scary. So, look, if the Ravens have done due diligence, he's not behind no bars. It ain't nothing. And we talk about it, right? It's a fall. But really what happened is his draft hype kind of fell back down. That's really what happened. It wasn't a giant like fall and he was supposed to be this guy. No, coming before the Senior Bowl, before he went basically viral, he was perceived as maybe in the first round, maybe second round guy. So you get to the bottom of the second. In all reality, I'm not sure if that's the biggest fall. But hey, here's how he feels about being passed on the two allegations. Just him speaking in general about the whole situation.
You were very candid at the Combine about the past sexual assault allegations.
Correct.
And how much did you worry that was going to cost you in the draft process?
I mean, throughout the draft process, you really just need one team to choose you, and that happened to be the Ravens. And I'm just blessed to be here. unfortunately, I didn't get picked up in the first round like I wanted to. But like I said, this is a blessing in disguise. I'm glad to be here, and I'm just focused on moving forward with my life and with my career, and that's going to be here with the Ravens.
How much did the Ravens ask you about the accusations? I mean, how much dialogue did they specifically ask you about what happened?
Every team asked me, and I've been completely open about everything. And it's something that I had to go through, and I got through it. And like I said, at this point forward, I'm just focused on moving on with my career at the Ravens.
I know you denied the allegations, but can you shed any light on how it happened that there were 2 separate allegations?
Yeah, and great question. Like I said, I'm just focused right now on moving forward with my career at the Ravens. I'm blessed to be here. It's an honor. And like I said, I'm glad to see what the future might hold for me.
Oh, he just said, hey, yeah, we ain't answering that.
Whether it's like training or therapy to improve so these things don't happen again.
Technically, I feel like throughout the pre-draft process, you got a lot of things going on. And I feel like I was able to do many resources that not just help me with just on the field, but mental aspect as well. And I feel like regardless, that was some resources that I was going to use. So,
yeah, that's tough, Doug. And first off, what's tougher is doing that to a woman. So I don't ever want. I'm not doing that over here. I'm not just going to completely absolve, men with money. You know what I'm saying, in certain situations, certain powers, to say that they didn't do something grimy, right? Like, things can happen. But I'm also not going to absolve the fact that he didn't do anything wrong. And because there have been multiple situations of people falsely claiming. But again, when you hear that multiple times, you hear it going back to high school. A smart adult should scratch their head, and they should hit him with those hard questions. So as a rookie, you're going to get smacked in the mouth in the media with those questions. Now, some people might not like him scooting past one question, but I think he gave more than most people would, and I think he gave most than most rookies would, right? He kind of talked about it. He gave his perspective. Hey, I'm just happy that I got it. I feel confident. I know what it is, and I'll push that next forward. But still, you can see the shakiness of talking about it. I don't think that makes anybody feel comfortable. Kudos to the media for doing that, right? We can't just sit around and just, oh, he's a new rookie. Let's be not. No, the elephant in the room, dog. Like, you're out of the second round. You got 8 different allegations on you. Like, this is what it is. Talk about it. And to be fair, I think he did a decent job at addressing some of it. Some of it he didn't want to talk about. Now, something that's going to be a little more positive as we kind of close this out is the absolute freak of nature that they got at safety. Mr. Malachi Starks is a blue chip safety out of the University of Georgia. And as a Texas fan, having to play them twice, I just feel like, and I'm not even sure if he was healthy both times. Was he? I'm not sure if he was healthy both times. I tried to scrub all the Texas losses out of my mind, so I might miss some stuff. But from the things that I've seen in the pre-draft process, even last year before, you know what I'm saying, they got rolling, Malachi Starks reminds me, or the comp I would give him, he's a safety that should be playing corner. And I mean that in the most positive way. And what I mean by that is the ball skills are out of this world. Every time I see him, he's shutting somebody down. That's a tight end or your best wide receiver. The hips are fluid, but the range is there too. He's a safety build. He's, I think, 6'1", 6'2", right? He's got good size. He's got good length. He's got good range. Obviously, with the speed, blue chip in every way, can be a rangy safety, but is not afraid to get in the box. Obviously, that's not where his bread is buttered. But when you have a Kyle Hamilton right next to him, I don't know if you need that. I think this is insane. You get 2 different flavors, and I think I think Malachi Starks can play every position when it comes to the defensive back. I think he can play, your dime back. I think, he can play in that slot. I think he can play the X position that Kyle Hamilton plays. I think he can do that good. And he might not be as physically imposing as Kyle Hamilton is, but I think the technicalities are there. I think the what's it called? He's just such a safe pick to me when I think about the defensive side of the ball. I think you're going to get an instant pro no matter what. And I really think he was one of the better defensive backs when it comes to floor, right? When you're gonna get a contributor no matter what when you draft Malachi Starks. So I'm happy to see him out of Georgia do that. And look, we're gonna end out with some few words that he had.
Being that leader, keep being myself who I was when I came from the University of Georgia. So just being able to continue to be myself and really dive into being a pro and bring guys along with me as well. I think it's huge for me. Everybody was on time to meetings. I told them just to be on time again and come out tomorrow with the same energy and just keep having fun. You know, we're all here chasing our dreams, so we're all supporting each other.
I think it cut out, but regardless, it was actually in reference to the fact that Malachi Starks, the rookie, is already breaking down the huddle at one of the first days. So lots of storylines for the Ravens. Hey man, if y'all want me to keep up with the Ravens, I think there's plenty to talk about. Obviously, everybody loves Action Jackson. That's my guy. So I mean, just a football action figure playing on a real NFL fields. But regardless, Lajohntay's doing big things. He's got that A3 on his back. He's got big chains on. Plenty going to be more updates when the OTAs and different things like that. So I'll keep y'all updated there. Keep you updated with the Mike Green, all the craziness with the Ravens. But if you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content. Apparently we're doing NFL content, NFL updates, draft, NIL, transfer portal, all different types of fun stuff, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. You're great. Keep being great. We'll see you next time, baby.